Oh, everyone.
Oh, now we're live.
Oh,
Hold on.
Ah,
the audio good? Everything's good there?
Audio is good.
Hopefully.
We're all good.
Fantastic. Well, hello everyone to tonight's episode of Oodvin, episode 25. It is a pleasure to have you. We'll start off with our introductions. My name is Maxwell Williams. I'm the DM for this session, and I play a whole bunch of different crazy characters, including, this just really old lady, who lives in a mansion nearby. And that's probably about it. There's nothing else important.
Yeah.
no, she's fine.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Hi, my name is Julie Risto, and I play Octavia Lagazur, and she is a swashbuckling rogue, half-orc. And a fun fact about her is that her family's a big old question mark right now, according to the other party members. There's your fun fact. That's very fun.
Hi, I'm Connor McGinley, and I'm not a Kappa. And I am
What?
Lily Pembroke, the fighter ranger doll stabby malicious person, but usually only against bad people, but she's making deals with cults recently, so I don't know.
Hi, I'm Dame Brancato. I play Zephyr Windstrider, the College of Swords bard of the group. Little fun fact about Zephyr is, despite being a bard, he has never had any kind of romantic relationship in his life. Hopefully that'll change.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Aaron Borden. I play Februm Cask, the Simic Hybrid Blood Hunter. I didn't think of a fun fact for him. I'm sorry.
Same.
I'm sorry.
You gotta
That's
come up with
neither
a spot.
fun nor a fact.
He had 2 tentacles, and now he has 1.
He's a little lopsided,
A little unsteady.
Oh.
a little unsteady.
Does he still have, like, the stump of the tentacle? Like,
I'd say there's a little something there still.
Aw.
Awkward.
And I am Drew Borden. I play Aldrich Berdask. He is a armor artificer, and he got more puzzle boxes. That's it.
Yeah, you did.
I'm real excited to die.
I am.
Luckily, I can pass 1 medicine check a day.
You're not allowed to die
That's all you
yet.
need. All you need. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the beginning of tonight's episode with a quick little recap. We're gonna kind of go back for this one. So, our story takes place in the world of Oodvin, diving down into the city of Aofik, a sparkling purple gem that sits dead center of this massive lake that doesn't seem to move. Our party members are attempting to pass, how am I gonna say this? We did great up until that point. Our party is attempting to pass their exams, pass their trials, and eventually become Night Eyes, the adventurers that are produced from a school called Raven Sight Academy. Our party has successfully made their way through their first semester. Taking various classes and completing weekend missions along the way, they have found themselves entangled in knowledge, lore, and issues that have been either kept under wraps or hidden from the public eye for the last several hundred years. They've had some time to recuperate between what was a very eventful couple of weeks to now a several month low period where they have gone shopping, gone out and grabbed magic items, as well as officially gaining 2 levels, making our whole party level 9?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, across the board. And as they begin to understand their new powers, tap into their new potential, and see what the world has in store for them, they do first have to attend an assembly, the start of the second semester here at AOFIC. Having your break in between, it is time for a reassembly, a reconnection, and some choices to be made. So you are all given a little notification on your wristbands that it is time for an assembly and everyone should be gathering in the Great Hall on the lowest floor of the Tower of Ravensight Academy. It is bright early in the morning. The new moon is dipping below the horizon as Lunaris begins her ascent into the sky, casting a dull grayish blue glow on everything that it seems to touch. Your room is a little different than what you last remember it. There is a new bed that has officially been added into a corner. For some reason has been decided that it is in a lofted space that has no ladder access. But every day you're amazed when Axel just kind of floats up into it. As Axel has, or Alex, as the teachers continue to call him, has officially been added as a member of your group and has officially begun his education here at Ravensight Academy. But the meeting is set for 15 minutes. You have a little bit of time to interact with one another. And you have several new shinies here and there. Not everyone has prices yet. My bad, but we're getting there. But what would y'all like to do?
Zephyr is definitely still asleep. He is not woken up yet.
I'm gonna go wake up Zephyr.
Okay. Right at it.
I'm just gonna go up to his bed and I'm gonna go up to his ear and like snap my fingers, and just a little bit of thunder energy is gonna like spark in my fingertips for a second, and then right in your ear.
What? Well, Yeah.
Yeah.
What's good?
We have an assembly in now
15 minutes.
15 minutes. So figured I should wake you up.
His ears are just ringing from the snap. Oh. Hank? What? What?
Assembly.
Damn it, I can't make a pun off that.
Zephyr sits there for a second, contemplating.
Yeah, he's they're not all there yet. Kind of shakes his head and he's like, "All right, I'll be there," and just kind of falls off his bunk and goes into the bathroom to get ready.
You know, I'm still not entirely clear what we're making.
Damn it!
You just hear it from the bathroom. Axel rolls out of bed, catching himself at the last moment as he literally rolls off of his 10-foot tall bed. Kind of gets himself together, puts on some breastplate that he has begun to wear.
Not yet.
And keeping his short sword firmly strapped to his side. Eventually, everyone gets up, everyone gets dressed, gets all their stuff together, and begins to head down to the assembly. It is a fairly busy morning, more busy than usual, as the entire school has been called to the assembly. You watch as upperclassmen and underclassmen alike begin to kind of funnel together in the elevator hallways as panels rise up and down in this large circular chamber, filtering people through and bringing everyone down to the bottom floor of Ravensight Academy, a large white circular room with spiraling, delicate archways and hundreds of small purple amethysts peeking out from every column, shedding small amounts of light, making it easy for anyone, no matter if their dark vision status, able to see clearly in this area. And you see, as you walk in, several groups that you recognize, specifically Zephyr, your sister. You see her, as well as her party, kind of making their way over to a table and sitting down. Februm, for the first time in a while, you see your parents standing up with the rest of the faculty on this kind of long, sort of Hogwarts-esque table. Several different teachers, different department heads seem to be all stationed there. But with one vacant seat, dead center, the director of the academy does not seem to be present at this morning's festivities. But you mill about for a little while, eventually finding a table that has each of your names and your room number attached to it. The milling about happened, some talking. I don't know if anyone was interested in trying to engage with the other students.
I mean, Zephyr probably has like a few people that he's kind of made little friendships with from his school cred of DJing that one night. So
That
he's
you put
probably,
so
like-
much weight into.
Yeah. So he probably like goes around, does a couple high fives, probably swings by and is just chatting with his sister.
Yeah. Eventually, though, there is a hush across the crowd as... I should probably change the music. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Forgot about music.
As a woman stands up. A woman that none of you necessarily recognize. She is tall and very muscular. Her brown hair falls to a tight bob just below her chin, kind of pointing out to the front, perfectly matched by two short, angled back horns. This seems to be a tiefling individual. Her skin is on the skin tone spectrum. We'll stick with actual Wizards of the Coast there in this case. But you can see specks of almost this shimmer to her skin, as if she has crystals embedded underneath her first layer. So if she stands in the light a certain way, you see almost a holographic effect.
Human disco ball.
Pretty
Well,
much.
tiefling disco ball.
Not necessarily reflecting the light, but every time she kind of shifts, it almost looks like her whole body shimmers. And she stands up to the microphone. Hello, students. It is a pleasure to meet you all. I know most of you don't know much of me, but I am the first of many new faces that you all see this semester. First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tressa. I am the head mistress of the Academy of Tridel. And while we are very much aware, since we had to travel all this way, you might not know what happens next. And she lifts up her arms, and you see this flow of white sparkling magic kind of flit out from her to the stage behind her, and you watch as a massive curtain lifts itself into the air, and you see dozens and dozens of new faces, new students, dressed in 2 different uniforms. As a man walks up next to them, to Tressa. What is his name? Gotta dive into the notes.
Do we have uniforms, or is it just like kind of our? Okay.
Really cool school.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You see a dark-haired Azamar man. His eyes almost kind of pitch black, with just the faintest bit of kind of blue streaks that go through his hair. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the Festival of 3 Cities. And there is an eruption of noise and fireworks, and the atmosphere begins to quickly change as a feast appears on the tables around you. They magically teleporting in, there is fresh food, fresh fruit, there is meat, there are delicacies that you've only heard of and never been able to see as you watch these 2 other groups of students, one in silver uniforms, the other in this kind of blue and yellow uniform, begin to filter their way into the crowd and disperse evenly. You kind of notice around at the rest of the students, there is a little bit of a confused look on many of the underclassmen, but Zephyr, you look over to your sister, and she begins to roll her eyes, but then start laughing with her companions.
Do you guys have any idea what's going on, right? Are we being, like, invaded?
This is never something I was informed about.
Could have fooled me.
Zephyr, your sister sees that you're struggling a little bit, and she walks over to you. Z, you okay?
Yes? Can you give me, like, I'm kind of confused. This is all happening really quick, and I was not told about... I woke up maybe, like, 5 minutes ago. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Drax has never really been good about keeping these things informed to the students, so the first years usually get pretty blindsided by it. But you've heard of we've been to festivals and stuff before, right?
Yeah.
You know how like there's eating, there's drinking, there's lots of fighting.
Yes.
So, specifically here, we have these two fuckers, and she like brings up a mug out of nowhere, just like kind of pulls it up and points it in the direction of the Azamarian man and the tiefling woman. And you see these two fuckers always have to bring their students over, try to beat us. But you know how many times they succeeded? You know how often this has worked in their favor?
Part of me wants to say at least 2, but I'm pretty sure that they haven't.
Never in 1,000 years.
Okay.
Aofik has been undefeated, and they just keep getting snobbier.
I don't understand what they have to be snobby about if they keep losing.
Something about their superiority and how everything seems to be rigged in our favor.
Could
But
be
we have-
foreshadowing.
I don't understand why that's such an issue.
What? Lily, what? What do you mean by that?
I don't know.
Oh, what was the Azamar's name again? Did we catch that?
I don't think you got that name.
Let's see. I'm
mean-
asking.
Sai, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, the headmaster for
The other one.
Borden?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be Professor Droll.
Wow, he sounds
Oh.
droll.
Yeah, I get it.
He sounds
Sounds
snobby, I'm
familiar.
not gonna lie.
Is that spelled with 2 L's?
Eroll.
Wow, it's even spelled the same. Alright.
Yeah.
Sounds like a ray of sunshine.
Wait, say that one more time. Sorry.
What? The Droll?
Yeah.
Droll. Jesus.
Okay.
Messing up my own thing.
Roll with a D.
Ah, I
This
see.
is
Yeah.
it's like a glorified like sports festival field day esque thing, but with more fighting.
I mean, I don't necessarily know what those are, but I guess it sounds about right. I
This
mean,
is our tournament arc.
there are
Let's go.
obviously like, it's not all fighting, but like
That's a
the
lot of
prizes are in the fighting.
fun. Yo, there's prizes? Why do
Of
they
course,
not
there's
tell us
prizes.
this?
Well, because
Is there cash?
for the top winner, yeah, there's a pot.
There's pot.
I mean,
Anya?
Al. No,
Al, I didn't realize you got down like
It's
that,
the
man.
good
She-
push.
she looks over to you and she goes, "Al."
It's the dollar store. How good
I
can it
didn't-
be?
I mean, someone your age, I wouldn't expect it, but like,
I had a lot of when I was a younger man, I had a lot of fits of anger, and that always calmed me down.
well,
That doesn't
wow.
sound healthy.
No, probably not.
Well, neither are puzzle boxes, but
Hey,
here we are.
Keep it in the party, man.
I'm not dissing it.
Do you
I
think that's a
support
mental
it.
thing?
Probably.
No.
Who, me?
It's probably like gambling. It's just fun.
Mm.
Well, no, I actually have a goal, but
I think that's a mental thing.
Alright, enough about teasing Al.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, Al, if you want it, like we've got like a couple joints rolled in the room.
Damn, I didn't know you got down like
Maybe.
that, sis.
maybe.
But you know, I mean, you know what they say, the Air Genassi's got the best puff. Just saying.
Cool.
She like gives you a nudge and then elbows Zephyr in the side lightly, before like kind of like giving him like a head pat, and she heads back to her table.
So what do we do?
Yeah, so, like, has it already started, or we
Do we
probably should
just,
have
like,
asked that before she left?
Eat
Yeah.
for a little bit
I
and then.
feel like they're gonna tell us. I think we
I
just kind of
think
go
we
along
just
with
eat
it.
until they tell us we can start hitting people.
I like Lily's
You know
plan.
what? Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
second that. I'm gonna go grab a
That's
drink. 'cause
basically
that
my life
felt
anyway.
The drinks
really
appeared
good.
on the table, Zephyr. Just look down.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Octavia looks at him like,
It's again. I've been up for maybe 5 minutes, 10 if we're being generous.
and how is that any of our fault?
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying cut me some slack. I'm not all here yet.
I don't think
It's the
there was
rest
much
of
there
you.
to begin with.
He just grabs like a big mug of what I'm assuming is ale and just goes, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
You go to drink it. What do you want it to be?
Just some
Like-
so-
like-
some
What do you desire to be drinking right now?
probably some ale. Just like a simple, nothing too fancy.
It's nice and hoppy. It's very light. Doesn't have a whole bunch of like aftertaste to it. Goes down nice and easy.
All right, Max, will you let me have this little like imagery in my mind? Is there like a big, like One Piece style meat on a bone that Zephyr can
Yes.
grab?
Yes,
Zephyr
there is.
definitely grabbed one. So he's got a
Um,
mug in one hand and a big bone with meat on it in the other.
And it's like rubbery.
Yeah.
exactly. It like
And you
sort of
like
just when
bite
he
into
bites
it
it,
and
it
it
like
stretches.
stretches
Oh, yeah.
it looks way better than it would look in real life for some reason.
They always do. Octavia's definitely like drinking some sort of like classy red wine, like probably a Pinot Noir because it's light, you know, and it's early. But it's never too early for wine.
Never too early. You begin to kind of look around, and you see the other students kind of getting into it as well. Classmates that you've passed in the hallways are diving into their beverages, into their meats. Everyone make a perception check.
Let's go.
You got a bus.
Dice downstairs, so we're rolling digital.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that, fam.
Sometimes it just be like that. You said perception?
Yes.
Oh my.
13. Not a
30.
bad start.
14. Did you say 30?
Lord.
Yeah.
I got 12.
That's a what? 22.
Okay. So our we've got a group in the lower regions. So the boys all kind of notice a visible uneasiness between many of the students from other schools and the upperclassmen of Aofic. A tension, sometimes competitive. You see many of the students from Tridel seem to be very snotty and uppity. Their silver gowns glimmer and are all... They've got fancy little points and silver jewelry and seem to hold themselves in the highest of regards, while the individuals from Borden seem to be a little rougher. Their blue uniforms have seen some wear and tear. There are very few of them that actually have been all together. They seem to have tears and have been stitched back together and gone through various a trial.
They seem pretty cool.
Yeah.
Comparison, we look poor. We don't have uniforms.
Octavia.
Yes.
What you begin to notice is the tension between some of the faculty members.
Mm.
There seems to be some long-standing bargains and bets, some rivalries that didn't go quite unanswered.
Where's
Kind
Hopper?
of puts attention there. Oh, Hopper, you notice, is standing at his full height, kind of like all the
no.
way up to like the 7.5. Like he's maybe pushing 8 feet when he really gets up on his toes.
Wow.
And there are probably at least 1 or 2 other faculty members from other schools that are just like behind him, trying to either get his attention or egg him on, and he is stone cold, staring into the distance, clapping along slightly to the music.
Man is terrifying. Al, how did you survive an entire semester with him?
I don't know.
Failed.
I didn't pay attention much in my classes. I did a lot of outside.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to think if Octavia sees anything else. I think you would see a group of individuals from Borden that seem to be talking about you.
Oh?
Not you specifically, but kind of pointing at your group. A couple times you look over in their direction and you don't... Like, they won't meet eye contact with you. As soon as you go to look, they look away.
She definitely kind of sits back, and she's like, Perseus, don't be seen, love, but I want to know what they're saying. And she's going to tune out of the conversation around her and use Perseus's ears, as Perseus is going to sneak over to them.
Okay, make a stealth check for Perseus first.
You got it, boss. Let's see. Stealth is a +4. That's a 22.
Okay.
Let's go, Perseus.
Perseus, using people's feet and dancing and the crowded room as cover, begins to dart from one table to the other and eventually makes his way to the table of this group from Borden. Slips underneath the tablecloth and gets as close as he dares to their feet, well within earshot of what they are saying. And the conversation is muffled and low, but there seems to be this general consensus that you're the team to beat from Aophic this year.
Oh?
Boy.
There seems to be rumors that have been going around about a group of first years that have gone off the grid a couple of times and had their records erased from the official systems about what in their weekend activities entailed. All they know is that you're still here, and that it's never a good sign when the higher ups are trying to keep something hidden.
Nice.
Are
Joyous.
the events like separated by like class? By like age, I should say.
Unclear.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like, are they saying we're like to be above like the upperclassmen here, or is it just like in our age group?
Oh, specifically them? They're
Yeah.
talking about like in your group.
Cool.
In the first years. There's a massive power gap between first and fourth years.
That's what I thought. That's why I was like making sure.
Octavia, you probably hear that the rumors go as far as saying like a group of first years that could easily beat a group of second years.
Oh.
At least that's the rumors that are being
Yeah.
spread about this strange mismatch from Aophic.
All right. I think Octavia kind of mentally tells Perseus to return, just to continue stealthing back. But as she tunes back into the conversation around her, she's just going to be like, very interesting. Well, I do suppose everyone should stay on their guard. I think we have quite a bit of eyes upon us. She kind of sits back with her wine and just swirls it.
Like us specifically?
Our group, specifically, has garnered quite a bit of attention. And now, if my lovely familiar is correct in what we heard, there's definitely a lot of eyes. That's the only way I can say it, is eyes upon us for our daring do. So just be careful. I do have a feeling we might be targeted at some of these events.
Well, just makes it more fun, honestly. I mean, what's the difference from fighting a bunch of, cultists without, the risk of death, basically? Like, sounds like a good time to me.
What exactly are the events? Like, we talked about how there would be fighting, but is that the only... Like, are we just going to be thrown into an arena with the rest of the first years?
I'm certain it's going to be a little bit more nuanced than that, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Be prepared for anything, though.
I mean, look, if we got Lily on our side, we're gonna just body pretty much anyone we go against, so...
Thank you, Zephyr.
Yeah!
It's true, Lily is probably the strongest of us.
Yes.
I don't want to lose my edge with all these compliments.
I don't think that's possible, Lily. You can say that and be humble and cute, but I don't think that's going to happen.
As someone who has been on the receiving end of the needle, I can tell you that that's not gonna be a problem.
Suppose you're right.
Hey,
Just
Trevor,
accept
maybe
it.
you'll finally get a chance to square off with Lily.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe you will
I
actually get a
mean,
chance.
Well, I suppose we'll see
Every
if...
time we go, like, you
Yeah.
guys seem like you wanna, spar, but we never get a chance, so...
I mean, I don't know if we'll get the chance here, but...
Oh, I'll
mean-
make sure it happens.
Here's to hoping.
well...
Don't you worry, you'll get your chance, buddy. And
Oh.
she kind of like bumps his shoulder. Just looking out for you,
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Really? In addition to seeing much of what was described to the others, you're able to pick 2 more details. Because fucking 30.
Oops.
The first thing you see is interactions between Professor Tessa and Professor Droll. There seems to be a lot of worried talk back and forth between the two. You don't have an ability to read lips, do you? Okay. So you kind of get this just general, they feel very uneasy, but are trying to put on this happy facade. Every time someone comes up to talk to them, another professor, one of their students, it is all smiles and galore, as much as Droll can muster, of course. But as soon as the two think that they're alone and being unwatched, the tone gets very serious, and they're very careful on guarding what they're saying when people are around. You also notice maybe it's a little bit of that mechanized part of your brain. An enhancement that you had created at one point, but hasn't been activated or anything. But you kind of glance up into the ceiling, looking around, and notice a shimmer for a second, as if something had moved through a set of wards. And it is hard to tell from the naked eye, but you can't stop from just looking up and seeing an orb of kind of distorted light. Something that, unless you were looking directly at it and focusing on it, you would not be able to know that it's there. But some type of sensor or orb is almost nearly invisible, except for this small shimmer that its cloak seems to produce. Just watching the crowd from a distance.
Like, this is something I should not be able to see, but okay.
But with that information, the festivities continue for probably the next 20-30 minutes. Eventually, the rest of the AOFIC students wake up into their morning. It is no sooner than 10 a.m. when most of the people in the building are drunk, or at least tipsy. And then you notice the two professor heads make their way back up to the stage, kind of raising their hands for a moment, speaking loudly and confidently. Now, I know all of you will want to get acquainted much more, but we have a whole semester for that to happen. Why don't we get this all kicked off right now, shall we? In traditional fashion, each group, each school will submit one group of first years to compete in the first event of the season. Against a enemy of great proportions. Now everyone separate. You see Professor Vessa is like, students, gentlemen, ladies, over this way, please. She waves her hands, tables begin to kind of lift into the air, separating a large internal circle space. And there is talk amongst the different groups, as well as AOFIC. Which one of you would like to plead your case?
We know what the first event is? Did they tell us or no?
It is a defeat a monster.
Yeah.
So, is this one of those things where each group gets a chance? So, we want our group to go to best event or something? Is this that best event?
Well, no. So it's not like you can't compete in several different things.
Oh.
This is one of those as a kind of fun little festival tradition. A group of first years from each school is selected to go up against a monster.
Cool.
Gotcha.
I can speak for us if everyone would is interested in fighting said monster. It sounds kind of fun. I don't know about you.
That sounds like a good time.
It's nothing we haven't done before.
Eldridge
Yes, of course.
and Lily. All right. I will speak for us then.
All Alright.
If they ask, mention how we were the first team to finish our entrance exam. Granted, you weren't here for that, but you know, that way you know.
Detail to throw
we were.
in there.
Yeah.
All
we
right.
do have the
All
best
right.
room.
We do have the best room. That is correct. And do I just like stand up and plead my case?
So you are watching as several different first years are sending up representatives of their groups to go plead their case to the upperclassmen.
Cool.
There seems to be a group that has kind of formed that has taken a couple people from a different upperclassmen groups. You don't necessarily see Zephyr's sister, but you do see someone from Zephyr's sister's group.
Cool.
Is kind of part of this upperclassmen council that has been formed.
I will stride up to the council.
You walk up to this large Goliath man. He has several swords strapped to his side, a bow across his back, cuts and bruises, scrapes, scars, the whole 9 yards. So what's your play?
Messer, I would like to introduce myself. I am Octavia Logazur, and I represent our lovely party. And she points back towards where the group is sitting. And she's like, I'll have you know that our party was the first one to complete their entrance exam. Also, we've been on many harrowing adventures, some of which we're not even allowed to talk about due to their secrecy. So I do believe that our party would have the most fun and perform the best in terms of representing Aofic in these so-called games. Can I roll like... I'm kind of like playing us up like in a performance sense, just like our daring adventures, you know, like
I'll take a performance check. Check.
Yeah, you'll definitely take that 28. My performance is plus 10. And so she like has Perseus kind of like help her, you know, with making their case. And she's like, plus, we have a Tressum. Look at how cute he is.
He does seem to be very cute.
Roll for cuteness.
So I do sincerely hope you consider our humble team. Otherwise, we will only continue to serve Aofic proud in the coming events. But it would be fun to start things off with a bang. Don't you agree?
And what is your name? Your team name?
Oh lord, you're asking me. Let me check
I think we were Midnight Suns or
Midnight Stars.
Stars.
Because
Yeah.
nobody knows what a sun is except for us. Our party name, love, is the Midnight Stars.
Edgy. I like it. I'll see what I can do.
And she kind of winks at him and she's like, I'd appreciate it.
Uh-huh. And you watch, like, there are, like, 3 other upperclassmen that were simultaneously talking to, like, representatives. And they all kind of, like, come back together and there's a discussion that happens. A chat. But I'm not going to draw it out too much because this is a D&D session and we have a party sitting in front of us. Eventually, maybe not too long with that performance check.
Oh yeah.
I think you caught the attention of some of the other upperclassmen as you were giving your spiel. The Goliath eventually comes back and he's got a sword is not the right word for it. It looks almost like a key, but the length of a short sword.
Oh,
and
dang.
you see that it's got decorative carving around it and ribbons that seem to be kind of frilling out of the top, with the crest of Aofic kind of stamped right where the handle would be. And it's like a blunt end, so you don't have to worry about hurting yourself.
Nice.
The flips it up. It kind of spins a couple times in his head and like up in the air, and he catches the blade side of it and shifts over the handle side to you.
Octavia will take it firmly, and she'll be like, "You won't regret. You won't regret it, love."
You better not.
And she will take the key and kind of skip back to her party.
You make your way back to the party, key in hand. There's several other disappointed first years, but there seems to be a general consensus of what was going to happen anyway. As Zephyr, you see your sister kind of. There's just a couple like nice little head nods.
Aha.
Shoot some head nods back.
Octavia sets the key down, and she's like, "Well, are you ready? I didn't even have to steal it."
Is that an option?
Always.
Concerned.
Okay.
You don't know how many rooms I've been in.
A
What?
bit more time goes past as you watch as the other two schools pick their representatives. Now that everyone has come to their conclusions, I think it's time we get these festivities officially started now, shall we? Will each group please come forward? Obviously, your group walks from a Ophic, and you watch a group of elvish individuals walk over from Tridel. A entire group made up of high elves, dressed in different armor and different levels of magical capabilities just by looking at their components and what they have on them. But each and every one of them is decked out with magic items, weapons, armor. The Bordel boys on the other end, or Borden boys, excuse me, on the other end, mostly seem to be melee fighters. Magic items don't seem to be as present on them, but you can tell that there's a fire in each one of those eyes. There's something that growing up in Borden has helped them accomplish. And then there's your group of individuals, little ragtag compared to the other two.
Best kind.
The Tridel group definitely scoffs. And the three groups make it to the center. You learn that the group from Tridel is called Morning Dew.
Lame.
Yeah, not as cool.
And the group from Borden is the Skull Crushers.
Lame.
That's it.
Damn.
Kind of lame.
Octavia is just like, really? But that's so lame.
Yes, but it's right to the point. Know what they do.
But it's lame. There's no mystery. No intrigue.
No sense of flair.
The mystery is how fast they do it.
Okay, Lily,
Or in our
that's
case,
a
if
good
they
one.
can do it.
There's a bugbear on that team that like overhears what Lilia is saying. It's like, yeah, this one gets it. This one gets what we're going for. They get what we're all about. I like you. Up high.
They get our nuance.
Okay, I take it back. I like these guys.
I
like
vibe
them.
with these
Yeah.
Borden people.
I
They're
like them.
my walk of life.
And Octavia's like kind of looking over the high elves, and she's like, so, prissy, or like just a pretty face, or the magic armor compensating for something, or huh?
Oh, there's this specific, more feminine high elf that seems to lean over to one of her counterparts. Oh, look, the riffraff think they can talk to me.
I wasn't talking to you, but if you want to assume that, be my guest.
Well, I mean, the riffraff is gonna kick you in the ass, so
I mean, that was a given. You didn't have to say it.
wanted to. I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I
Zephyr.
guess. I guess we'll see about that. Best of luck.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
Zephyr leans over to Octavia and goes, quick, help me think of a better comeback. I don't got anything.
My word. Wait, what? Their name is Trudell. Tell them they need to try Dell a little harder.
It's not good.
No, it's perfect.
Tell them
No,
they need
it's
to
great.
morning zone.
I have a feeling that you're setting
They
me up
need
for
to
failure.
morning dawn. Like Octavia hears Lily in the back.
on a
She's
roll
like,
for today.
Lily's on a roll. Lily, you're amazing. She's like, I'm not worthy.
Zephyr again goes, damn it!
do we know how soon this?
I'm assuming it's
This
going
will be-
down right now.
Professor Vessa walks up. Now it's time for the 3 groups to draw lots to determine who goes first.
Oh, can I do this too? I want to draw for the. Wait, what do we want? She's like, kind of turns to the others. She's like, what do we want? Do we want to go first or do we want to go
Probably-
last?
I think this is kind of a random thing.
I think we
Can-
want to go last so we can
I
show
feel
up
like-
everyone.
I feel like last is kind of the vibe.
Yeah.
All right. And I want to use sleight of hand to make sure I get last.
What's up, Alan?
I was gonna say, can I try to ritual cast detect magic in this time to kind of get a?
One, not subtly. If you want to use a spell slot, people are gonna notice that you're casting a ritual spell. There are definitely other ritual casters here. You probably get like 30 seconds into it, and Professor Droll is like, can I help you with something, young one?
It's been a while since I've heard that. No, just trying to get some information. Get a leg up.
He's casting vibe check.
I'm casting.
He's trying to get a vibe.
It would be an
Can I try and
Aofian
persuade
to
him with that?
try to do that.
I'm sorry. Is that against the rules? Nobody's explained. Nobody's explained anything.
To be fair, nobody said anything to us, but that's because Drax can be, well, the old man can be Drax.
Airy.
Don't worry about it, Al. We'll be fine. And Octavia will pat his armored shoulder. Cheer up, love. You are so helpful, I promise. I promise you're helpful.
I just kind of start twiddling my thumbs like I have a box in my hand.
Oh, poor lad. See what she kind of walks up to Droll and she's like, you can't do this to him. He really needs this. And then she's gonna go draw lots, and I'm gonna use my sleight of hand to make sure we get last.
Okay. Okay. They want to go last. Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, that's a 26.
Okay, thank God.
I actually might
was
have to
gonna
make a check
bardic,
against
but
it
I don't
though.
think I need to. Do I need the bardic?
You
I
could
mean,
give me...
You
It-
do have to.
not-
Okay, I will say you have to bardic before you make a check.
Oh, okay.
The only thing you could do after is Al could do Flash of Genius.
You're right. I'm not gonna do it.
Because he feels
Already got
self-conscious.
that.
Feel bad now.
Oh, please. Don't beat a
gotta-
26.
I gotta look.
That's a good roll. Don't beat it.
I gotta look up some stats for Professor Vessa.
Oh, damn. I'm going against the professor.
Yeah.
She's the one holding the lots.
Ooh. Just let me check out the perception on like adult dragons real quick.
No.
I mean, we don't know that they're dragons, technically.
Oh, okay. If I could spell that correctly, that would be fantastic. Okay, let's see. Oop! What'd you roll?
A 26.
Okay, we're gonna have to. I need to make a roll. Okay. Which form of electronic dice do I want to use? Yay! This one.
Please be bad. Please be bad. Please be
okay.
bad.
You go in. You kind of. So the tactic that you kind of go for is you grab both of her hands, like with yours, and there's little like, oh, thank you so much for doing this. And in this time, you're using that kind of the pressure of your two hands to figure out which lots are longer and which ones figure out kind of the general vibe. And right at the end, you slip a lot up and out. A kind of long stick, about 8 inches long.
Okay.
And you notice that the other two groups seem to draw shorter straws than you do.
Nice.
Let's
go.
go.
Just like, drat, I guess we're going last.
Oh, a pity, but I've heard plenty about you, so you should be fine.
And Octavia will walk back to the group and hold out the long stick.
Good job.
That's a nice stick.
Rogue! Imagine getting to do what I'm meant to do. Huzzah!
Vesa and Droll go back up to the podium. Lots have been drawn. The stage has been set. Let the show begin. As the first group, it'll be the Borden Boys, the Skull Crushers.
We'll cheer for them.
They make it into the arena, and there's a wave of Vesa's hands as a large golem appears before them. A stone golem, to be specific.
We've got those before.
It's a rock.
It's a rock.
It's a rock. I got a rock.
And they... I should probably roll some dice. Let's see how they do. Huh? Oh! They have... So, they start off very strong. They're doing very well, being able to kind of use the lesser movement of this golem against itself, keeping a good distance, going in and getting hits when they need to. They do have a slight kind of mix up about like 25-30 seconds in to this fight, where one of them goes in for an attack, tumbles on the retreat, and just get pummeled, face into the ground. But the other four individuals quickly kind of get in there, take care of the rest of the golem. And it is a easy fight for them. Nothing too difficult. But a success for them. Next up, we have the elves of Tridel that seem to be going up against a slightly larger golem this time.
I see how it works.
I'm not liking this pattern.
No, we're gonna win.
Have faith, even if it's bigger than that one. I think we'll be okay. We've got Lily!
And let's see how they do. Ooh.
Is it also stone?
It seems to be made out of a similar material, but it's not quite stone. Seems to be more of a gem material.
And how far are we within 60 feet by chance?
You can be.
Okay. What, do you mean like I have to get in the arena or like?
No,
I can
no, like you could maneuver your
just
way
walk
to like
just go for a stroll. Yeah.
it's probably like a 45-foot diameter circle that has been carved out.
Yeah, I just want to see if this thing has any immunities or resistances or what have you. May not
Nice.
fight the same thing, but I'm curious.
Good.
You see that this one is immune to poison, is immune to being blinded, charmed, deafened, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, or poisoned. Those are all the ones that you get for that.
Oh, it doesn't have any resistances?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Well, at least like, wow, okay. Easier than I thought.
The Elvish group barely kind of pulls their way through. They have a fumble at the beginning, as they begin to this magic-heavy group begins to cast spells on this golem, only to find out that it has a limited spell immunity. And they begin to kind of struggle against it as it pushes back on them. They kind of have a rise in the middle, but near the end, they are just barely holding on. Their uniforms are tattered, ripped and scuffed. They pull it through, but just barely.
Octavia's gonna be looking at the one that was like talking down to them before, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, do you want a health potion, love, or do you not accept handouts from the riffraff?"
There's like a dirty look, and there seems to be some motion that's being made. A spell begins to be cast, before her arm gets pulled away, by another figure.
Oh, damn.
I would have loved to see it.
I would have.
She's like, I would have loved to see it. Maybe next time, love.
Just that.
Well, shall we, fellow members of the Midnight Stars?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes,
See how
I think
big
we
this one
shall.
is.
Your
Did we
group.
Question: did we want to take a break before or after?
I think I'm gonna get us situated, and then I'm probably gonna call it for tonight.
Oh, okay.
Trying to keep it to 10.
Sounds good.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep the sessions more consistent.
We started so late.
Big
I know we started late, but I unfortunately have to go pick up my boss from the convention center. So
Fun.
Fair enough.
That's valid.
but yeah, we'll probably do like the first round of combat.
Okay.
You make your way into this makeshift arena that has been constructed in the foyer of your school, and watch as yet again another golem is erected. This one even larger than the one before. Not made of stone, not made of crystal, but a tough iron hull surrounds its construct. Fire bellows from inside of it as it perches itself ready to attack at a moment's notice. And with that, I'm gonna need initiative rolls.
We.
from the Midnight Stars.
I'm rolling high today. I got a
Oh,
23.
I don't like that. I just
wait,
rolled the
initiative.
like free dice that you get.
Yeah, it squishes.
Oh. I got a 10.
Oh yeah.
21.
Oh, I didn't like that.
I got a
Second.
6.
It looks so cool. I was not expecting gross squishy noises.
I enjoy it.
Dice
Give me
should
just
not be
a
squishy.
slight second while I get this all situated. Okay, starting with Lilibet. What we got?
Oh, 21.
21. Who is gonna Jaeger Winnie?
Oh god.
Julia, you've been rolling well.
I don't know how to use her or her class.
She has advantage on initiative. Unless
Yes,
she gives
advantage.
someone else.
Uh,
Sure, try.
where? How do I
have
even
no idea
get there?
Play cleric.
I
Yeah.
got it.
I don't know.
You got it,
Connor.
It's a 14.
Connor. You're the best.
14. Zephyr, what do we got?
10.
10. Februm.
I guess 6.
Cool. Al.
I got 4.
I got a 4. Octavia?
24.
There we go. I'm gonna just take a quick snapshot of this initiative. We are gonna get started. The golem sparks to life. Its arms gonna shoot out to its side. And Octavia, it is your turn.
I'm gonna start off by using panache. So I can make a persuasion check contested by a creature's insight. And on a success, a hostile creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets and can't make opportunity attacks against targets other than me for a minute.
Oh my gosh, you're
Yeah.
taunting it.
Yep, pretty
Oh my
much.
god.
Bold.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Love
said
to see
it's an
it.
insight check?
Yep, it's my persuasion against your insight, and I just got a 27, so
I mean, with no bonuses to insight, a 16 is not going to be enough. You watch as this iron golem looks in your direction. Its eye line kind of attached to you.
and she's definitely done some just for some flavor text. She's definitely kind of like flourished both of her blades and like, well, I don't see how a hunk of irony rock can do anything against our body, but I guess we'll see. Are you worth your metal, monster?
Good one.
And I think that's all I'm gonna do this round.
For you. Okay. Next up, Lily.
Cool. Yeah. I am going to use my action to learn its resistances and whatnot.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, damage immunities. Poison. Fire. Psychic. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical. Condition immunities. Charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned.
Okay. I will disseminate to the group. No mind attacks, no fire, and no poison, obviously. And use magic weapons if you have them. And then I finally did the ranger thing. So I'm gonna cast the ranger spell. Hunter's Mark.
The favored, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
either
it's,
that or...
it's the spell this time. It's not.
Oh,
the
okay.
feature.
The spell.
Uh-huh.
Spell! Spicy.
A spell.
Okay. Is that it for
And
you?
then I'm going to proclaim loudly to the audience, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe we have to fight the hardest golem. Like, it's way stronger than the two before us. I hope we do all right." And that is my turn.
All right, Winnie's up next.
Time for,
I'm gonna channel my inner Mantha. And I'm gonna say she's gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
good.
Sounds beautiful. Roll to hit.
It's gonna be upcast, because she also likes upcasting it. So 3rd level Guiding Bolt.
Beautiful.
What is the hit? 13 plus 9? 23?
Nice,
23
nice.
will hit.
Sweet.
Easy. 23 hits easy.
Okay. Um, 19 radiant damage.
19 radiant damage as Winnie takes a chunk out of its shoulder. Still got plenty left in it. But you always gotta chip away. That it for Winnie. Okay, next up, the golem advances on Octavia, raising up a fist to slam down on our half-orcish rogue. The first attack... I think that's my... Did you get better armor?
No, but I do have defensive duelist now.
Okay.
So if
Does
I
a
use my...
16 hit?
I'm gonna use my my defensive duelist to block the higher one, because it adds +4 to my AC, making my AC 18.
Okay, so you can block the first one.
Yep.
Beautiful. The second one is going to be a 23.
Yeah, definitely can't block that.
As you go at like a move that you've been practicing, been kind of finessing with Lily's help. You bring your blade up to the side as this fist pummels down, and it is just a scene from like an anime where you're just barely holding it off as its like arm scrapes against your blade. You watch as then the other arm comes up underneath you, just socking you in the stomach.
Oof. She'll take it and stumble back because I already used my reaction.
19 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's
Just like pummels into your side.
just like. Huh.
Tavia be within 5 feet of us?
Yeah,
Of you?
Yeah.
she's not moved.
Sure.
Because I'd love to use my reaction to intercept that attack.
Ooh. Oh.
Ooh. So you take the damage?
No, I just reduced the damage by 1d10 plus
Ooh.
4.
Ooh. Thank you, Al.
The interception fighting style.
Yes. So that'll
Yeah.
be a 13-point reduction.
Ow.
Hell yeah.
Damn, you take 6 points
Nice.
of damage.
I'll take it. She's like, huh, thanks, Al. That could have been interesting.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Zephyr, you're up next.
Quick question.
What's up?
Do using spells count as would it fall under the category of an attack?
Maybe.
It depends on what the spell is.
Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, that doesn't. That doesn't
Not a
affect
bard
me
spell,
in the-
probably.
Well, regardless, it still works out in my favor. I'm gonna start by Channel Divinity, Vow of Enmity. So for a minute, Is he within 10 feet of me?
Oh yeah, he's just like right on top of y'all now because no one's
Yeah.
moved.
So I've
Yep.
got advantage on attack rolls against it, for a minute. And
Okay.
then Zephyr is going to cast. I'm sure that there's one spot that I can cast it where it'll just hit him, like if it hits him from behind. But I'm gonna cast at 4th level Shatter. So he needs to make a con saving throw with disadvantage.
Gotcha. What spell are you casting again?
4th.
No, what's the name of the spell?
Oh, Shatter.
Shatter. And you said it's disadvantage because of it's made of an inanimate.
Yeah.
Let me read that. I don't think he did well on either one, so failure.
Was it below
Yeah.
14?
Neither one was good.
Okay, cool. So he's gonna take 5d8 damage,
Holy crap.
and he takes
Oh wow.
not the best rolls. But he takes 21 thunder damage.
21, you said?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Is he also knocked prone? Is that a shatter thing?
No.
Oh.
Underwave knocks you back.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
No, it just takes a whole bunch of damage.
And that's all I'm gonna do for right now.
Sounds good. Next up, Februm.
Right. Februm's gonna I see. We haven't moved. He's right in front of me.
Right
Um,
there.
I'm going to. Let's see what I'm gonna do. Februm kind of sets his weapon to the side, and he kind of like adjusts his like he puts his other hand on his neck. And he's like, "Well, I suppose now is as good a time as ever to try this out." And I'm gonna use acid spit.
Okay.
So it'll be a dex save for him.
A deck save. He's great at these.
Oh boy.
Oh, actually, 16.
Oh.
Wow.
Dang it. All right.
That was a 17 minus 1.
Dang.
Dang it. All right. It misses then.
Okay. Anything else and attached to that?
There's nothing else I can do now.
Okay. Al, you are up next.
All right. I'll use my bonus action to what is the thing? Defensive field.
Lovely.
And then I'll punch him.
Hey, roll to hit.
That's gonna be a 27.
27
The
hits.
first one, and I'll roll the damage on the first one first. 8 thunder damage, and then
8 thunder damage.
It's only a 15 on the second attack.
15 misses.
Damn. That's it.
Fantastic. I think we have time for another round of combat. Don't you?
Hey,
Don't you?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The crowd is riled up. You are all kind of feeling yourself as you are testing out these new abilities and feats. Octavia, it is back up to you.
Fun.
It does have disadvantage on attack.
I'm aware. What it has right now, it does not matter now.
So it always has disadvantage.
Yes.
Go.
Dang. Octavia's just gonna kind of lean over to Al, and she's like, is there any way you can make my weapons magical?
When it comes back around to my turn, yes.
Yeah, okay. She's like, because as of right now, I can only taunt. Maybe you can, in the future, I would like to make these, I mean, these are kind of my babies, and she kind of, like, shows her swords. Because, you know, they have time to chat real quick.
Yeah.
She's like, these are kind of my babies. But I would like to make them magical sometime in the future. I know you've been doing a lot of work for Zephyr. I've kept him from getting your work stolen on a couple of times. I just don't want to overwhelm you with work, but it would probably be within our party's best interest if I have some sort of magical attack. Because I am, in fact, the least magical of all of us.
Yeah, I can do that. It's a pretty easy.
Thank you. Love you, Al. In the and then she's gonna kind of like turn back, and she's like, what do I do? I don't know what I should do. It's kind of fun. Let's see. What do I got here? Let's see.
I have to retcon one thing because I forgot to go for Axel.
Oh yeah. Go for Axel real quick.
I haven't added him to like y'all's like character list, so it doesn't group together.
Oh no. Yeah.
But Axel is he's gonna use Sacred Flame. First. He kind of points his short sword up and shifts it so that it glints off the light, and you watch as that shines a radiance into the eyes of the golem, who I think passes his dex save again. No. Almost. He rolled a 15.
Oh, man.
He rolled a 15, though.
That's
really good.
He's rolling good.
Simple.
Axel does 11 points of radiant damage.
Large golem.
And then as a bonus action, Axel will expend why not? He'll expend 2d6 and heal Octavia back to full.
Aw. Thank you, Alex.
As like the glint from his blade shifts over to Octavia, and you feel yourself revitalized.
That feels better. I'm just gonna use my disengage to flank it from the other side, and I'm not gonna attack. I'm gonna hold my action. For what? I'm not sure.
You can hold it to when I cast magic weapon.
Oh yes, that holding it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll hold my action until after he casts magic weapon on my swords.
Fantastic. Lilibet, it is your move.
Hey, Lily learned a new feature too. She traces in the air, and it makes like very distinct like points. If you recall the image in your head, it looks like almost like a guy with like weird arms. I don't know, some kind of configuration of points. But whatever she does, she stabs up into the air when she's finished. She starts to get bigger until how big is this thing?
This thing is large, so you would be equal size.
Same size, yeah. She grows to be the same size as this golem. She says, do I have to say it? She looks to Zephyr like, do I have to say the size thing? Is that like mandatory?
I mean, it'll be cool. If I'm thinking what you're thinking, it'll be cool, but like you don't have to.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? And then she stabs it.
Different direction than I thought that was going. Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
I mean, I was figuring you were going with like a bigger they are, harder they fall, but that's also
Oh.
Oh, well, I guess that's
pretty cool. So
Yeah, that's a third option.
What were you guys thinking?
Yeah, that's 14.
14 misses.
We're just chatting while Lily's beating the snot out of this thing.
23.
23 hits.
Size matter.
Hey.
Is it third option?
Twenty points
20
of
points
piercing
of damage.
damage.
Damn.
He just goes right into the shoulder.
Fantastic. Kind of chipping off a whole chunk of its armor where Winnie had already hit it with a bolt. You see like a whole panel just kind of pop off over to the side. Flame begins to kind of gout out. Fantastic. And Winnie's up next.
Hey.
Man, Connor, how come your DM lets you have 2 turns?
Oh,
Maybe
I know
because-
what she wants to do. Winnie wants to cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
And
Nice.
she's gonna, orient it back so that it only hits the golem.
That's more like it. That's a 7 on the deck save.
Yeah.
There is a slight purple haze that begins to glow out from the golem, making it easier to hit. It now has disadvantage on everyone else, and you all have advantage on attacks against it.
Oh yeah. Wait, does that mean I
Well,
get
now
my
I feel like-
sneak attack? Like even if I'm, or
Yeah,
does that
even if you were one-on-one, yes.
Yes, I mean I already had that, but like now, I'm happy.
I think
Darn,
for
I should have
flavor, I think like a
this.
small moon, just like, like an illusory moon kind of hovers and then the light kind of shines on it. And it
Ooh,
just
yeah,
keeps
I
it a
love
little
that.
moon
Ooh.
spotlight.
Yeah.
That is fair. It becomes kind of like this crescent that forms up like behind its head.
Oh yeah, like it. Oh yeah, like an eclipse.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
Damage.
No, it's damage.
Okay. It is the Iron Golem's turn, and it is going to kind of being surrounded by all of these creatures and having someone else right up in front of it. You watch as it seems to take this big breath as the chest cavity expands, and it just gouts out this puddle of poison that just spews out from around it. So, is it a 15-foot? 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay. It's gonna hit 4 people. You can decide who it's going to be, because we haven't really been tracking where people are.
Oh, I'm behind it.
I'm right
Does
in
Does
front
it
of
go
it.
behind it?
Okay, so I got 3 there. Everyone except Octavia. Well, it'll be Octavia and Axel won't take it,
Yeah.
Okay.
And Winnie.
and Winnie.
And Winnie.
We
Sounds
can let
good.
it hit Winnie instead of Zephyr.
We can.
It'll hit. You want to hit Winnie? Winnie jumps in
made
front
for
of
this.
Zephyr.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
Oh, ouch.
So everyone that's
Exactly
taking
what
it, I
Zephyr
need
was gonna do.
Constitution saving throws from you.
Save.
I'd
Okay.
love to see it.
I would like to say Zephyr was fully prepared to jump in front of Winnie, but like as he's doing that, she kind of just sidesteps him and steps in front of him.
And
We
this
all
is
know
against.
who wins the chance in that relationship.
For those who it matters,
It's
this
the
is
one in the
poison.
dress.
Oh yeah. And he gets an 18.
24.
18 fails.
18 fails.
Oh, damn.
Then I fail. I got a
Realsies?
17.
For realsies.
Oh no.
About a 20.
A 20 succeeds,
Okay.
and then 24 succeeds.
Nice.
For those of you that failed, that is 46 points of poison damage,
Pog.
Yikes.
and 23 on a success.
Succeeded, right?
Ouchie.
Said 23.
23 on a
Oh
success.
my god.
Mm.
46 on a failure.
I can't intercept that one.
Ouchie.
Wait, can I know you someone?
No.
Mm.
They would need advantage on their save, not a disadvantage in any way.
Okay.
They need the second half of Know You.
Yeah.
Damn, that's sad.
But after that, Zephyr, it is your turn.
So I have one question again.
up?
Did we decide that because I put my gun into my ring, that it was considered a magic weapon?
It is considered a magic weapon. I have a couple of fun little things for it. But for right now, just know that it has one set of ammunition every day.
Okay. I'm not gonna use it right now, regardless. I just remembered I had a gun again, and that's very fun for me. I'm going to start by, as a bonus action, casting, making sure I can do this right. Thunderous Smite.
Cap.
And then with my 2 long swords, I'm gonna run at it and give it the old 1, 2, 3. But on one of those hits, I am going to.
So it's only going to be 1-2.
Oh,
You're using your bonus action to cast a spell. Just so you know.
So because I'm dual wielding, I don't get, even if I have 2 weapon fighting.
Because it's always a bonus action to use dual wielding,
Okay, I gotcha.
and you're using your bonus action to cast a spell.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna just give it the 1, 2.
Lovely.
And. Oh, that means I can't flourish. No, I can still flourish.
You can flourish on any attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna also, flourish. But I'm gonna. What flourish am I gonna do? I'm going to. Defensive flourish. So that I gotta gotta calculate this. There's so much to scroll through now. Okay, I add my bardic 2 damage. Okay. So that first one is a 25 to hit,
25 hits?
and the second one will be a 18 to hit.
18 misses.
Ooh. Okay, well I still do a lot of damage with this first hit.
With your first hit, that smite goes off, the flourish goes... Well, I think the flourish goes into your AC, but...
It also goes into damage.
Beautiful! Tack it up. Let's go.
Alright, so gotta keep count of these numbers. So that's 7, and then I roll 2d6 of thunder. Okay, so it takes 7, a d8. It takes 14 slashing, and then it takes 6. Damn it, and then 2 thunder.
2 thunder.
I
Okay.
was really hoping for a lot more damage there.
It's all good.
So sad. This is so sad.
The dice don't always roll with us.
Alexa, play Despacito.
And then my AC also goes up by. Is that by 7? Yeah.
Whatever
my
you rolled
AC
on it.
goes up by 7.
Fantastic.
So
Concluding
I
a Zephyr
have a
turn.
25 AC.
It's
Good.
good.
That's a good
all I
time.
can do this turn.
Februm, it is your turn.
I suppose we'll stick with tried and true. We are going to. I'm going to activate my Crimson Right.
Yes.
Is a d6. So 5 damage to myself. I just want to say that breath attack did exactly half my health.
Nice.
Fantastic. Let's see if it reaches.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and make 2 attacks with my scythe.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
That is going to be a math 28,
28. That'll definitely hit.
and the second one is going to be a 19.
19 just misses.
Just misses. Okay.
Wow. That's
You know
expensive.
the sweet spot. All right. That'll be 15 damage altogether.
15 damage altogether. Fantastic. Last but not least, well, no, we do have Axel after this.
Yeah.
But
And Octavia's held action.
yes, Al, what you gonna do for us, buddy?
I'm gonna kind of slide around to Octavia. I'm just gonna whole on grab the blade of her short. You have a short sword.
Short sword. Yep.
Just grab short sword, and then you hear this dull boom, and there's like little streaks of electricity going through it. So I'll
Perfect.
cast magic weapon,
Beautiful.
Thank you.
and then go back to punching.
Lovely.
So the first one will be a 14 to hit,
14 will miss.
and the second one will be a 14 to hit.
Oh no.
Both of those are gonna miss.
Oh no!
No.
Al is just so cool. He runs in there. He slides over to the side. His metal boots scrape against the marble. He grabs onto the blade, instilling this magic into it. Then he turns and just pum pum. Just like slams up against the armor, and you just see the ricochet of vibrations through Al's body as he's like, "Bleh."
Oh no.
You know, like Looney Tunes starts like moving backwards from the little shakes.
Yeah.
I didn't like that feeling.
But that does mean Octavia's held action goes off.
Yeah. So I am going to attack it with my short sword that is now magic, and
Yes,
that means
attack
that
that
I
fucker.
can use my sneak attack if it hits.
And also, you get a +1, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a +1 to my already plus, what is that? I get a lot of pluses, I always forget. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That is +7. That is a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Awesome.
Give me
And
all the
then-
damage.
I get 66 plus. Oh lord, this is the part where I'm like, how do I read things? I believe it's 66 plus 2. Yeah.
Make sense?
Yep. Okay.
Because it's 5d6 from sneak attack, 1 from the
Yep.
short sword, and then +2, +3.
Plus
Because-
3, because of the +1.
Yep. It's your dex and that additional bonus.
Yep. So that's 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage.
Delish.
And then also, what is that? It's something it can't do against me. It can't make opportunity attacks against me.
Yep. Because
So-
swashbuckler.
Yep. So I'm just gonna step back out of its range.
Fantastic. Axel's gonna go. Axel will walk up to Februm, and he places a hand on your back. And he's going to heal you for 30 points.
Oh. What a
Tasty.
babe.
With a 5th level Cure Wounds. And then he will send some more healing. He'll send 13 points of healing in Al's direction as his bonus action.
Yummy.
Okay, y'all. If we promise to make it a speed round, we can do one more.
Let's go. Speed round, let's
I'm
go.
not even negotiating this. You're negotiating.
I'm aware. Octavia, you're first. What are you gonna do?
Cool. I'm darting back in, and I'm gonna smack it with my short sword so I can get that sweet, sweet damage one more time.
Sweet sneak.
Fantastic. Roll to
And
hit.
sweet sneaks. That is a nat 20.
Ooh.
I will take that shit. All right.
We
So
love
I get,
So it's 35?
36.
it's
36?
5d6 plus 3.
36.
And then I get my
60
sneak attack on top of that.
Well, it would be 66 maxed,
Okay.
which is 36. Yeah, plus
Yeah.
3, which is 39,
39.
plus 66.
Okay.
Woohoo.
Decent.
Boy.
That's a 30.
What?
69? 69!
69
Oh, funny number!
It doesn't matter.
Okay, you
It's
just
practically a power word kill.
you
Like,
watch.
yeah.
You watch as Octavia sprints back in there, flips the blade into a reverse grip,
Oh,
slides
hell yeah.
like leans back, sliding through its legs, and just completely severs one of its legs off from its side. It kind of topples over to the side, catching itself with one fist, as it now looks up at Lilibet. Lily, it's your turn.
Bonus action for Slayer's Prey, so I deal even more damage when I hit it.
Real quickly, can I add
Yeah, why not?
some flavor? So as
Go
she
for it.
does this, she spins up and kind of does like a the "Are you not entertained?" as Perseus perches on her back with his wings outstretched. Just to let you know.
Beautiful.
Just so you know.
All right, Lily, bring us
Hey.
home.
Yeah, Slayer's Prey and then swipe. It's a 22.
22 hits. I'm gonna save you from the other stuff. How do you want to do it?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he was hurting.
it's falling over. I'm just gonna kick it down while it's falling, and then I'm gonna stab it in the head.
You
Hell yeah.
just slam it over to the side. For those of you that are close enough to hear it, you hear metal crack through other metal. Kind of bringing it down to the edge as the internal mechanisms that are underneath the skin and porcelain seem to harden for a minute. As Lily gets right on top, needle up into the air, and then just brings it straight down. There is a small gust of flame
Oh,
before
no.
it becomes inanimate.
And she has to do the little hold the dress down thing.
Oh, wait.
The Marilyn Monroe.
I can't believe it.
There is amazement. Your group has finished a monster well above your challenge rating in 2.5 turns.
Hell yeah.
There
For not rolling.
there are cheers from the AOFIC kids. Just everyone is yelling and screaming. You see concerned looks being shared between the Borden and the Tridel students. But the
Can I say
festival
something
has
real quick?
only begun. What do you want to say?
Zephyr looks at the tried out people who he's still holding the grudge against, and he goes, "And that is how the riffraff does things, so..."
And with that, we are going to end tonight's episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in with us. Julia, real quick.
Drink your water. This ain't water, but I'm gonna be drinking like 3 glasses of water after this.
It is all good. Anyway, we will possibly... So we're figuring out schedules, but we will possibly see you next week on Wednesday for a special little Halloween endeavor. Because we all are going to be out partying for Halloween and will not be available Friday night.
Wait, we're going out partying for Halloween, guys?
All of us. Yeah. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah, about
Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you had a good time, and we'll see you later, y'all.
that. Bye.